Yo, it's the MOSHOW Chicago, and we are LIVE today on a Saturday. And if this is your first time watching the MOSHOW Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a great way to start your conversation. Now, you know I'm doing this live. I put up 3, 4, 5 videos on different channels. Has anybody like myself has had their numbers tweaked out? Or is it just me? You can't go from 800 views, 600 views, 1,000 views to 0 views. You can't do that. Even when you only have not even 400 subscribers like I do. You should at least have, on an average, over 2 or 3. So press the subscribe button. I know they're out there tweaking with the numbers, but it's all good with me. And seeing that today is Saturday, and this article keep popping up in my feed, and it's about Dwayne Haskins, who is or was the quarterback, a developmental quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was drafted in 2019 by the Washington Redskins. And in his rookie year, he did play, and he threw 7 interceptions and 7 touchdowns. He never got to play really in the season 2021. He never really got to play. 24 years old, died on a highway in Fort Lauderdale. And according to FHP, which is the Fort Lauderdale Highway Patrol, they say that at 5:39 a.m. in the morning, he was hit by a dump truck walking. Hey, you got hundreds of thousands of dollars under your belt. Why would you be walking in Florida at 5:30 something in the morning? Now, he was down there, according to the reports. He was in Florida, at the training camp with other skilled teammates. Sad. He was with a running back, a linebacker, and someone else. But it was like 4 of them, and they were down there in Fort Lauderdale training. But he was out at 5:30 in the morning walking on the expressway on I-595. And if you've ever been to Florida, you know what I-595 is like. It's like they really can't drive in Florida. It's like, where did they get their license? And I've been all around the country, California, Chicago, New York, New Jersey. I've been everywhere. And Florida drivers are crazy. They're crazy drivers. I don't know where to get their license from. But I know that every day, just about in Florida, there's an accident. No wonder the insurance is so high in Florida. But according to the reports, the dump truck driver who hit, Dwayne Haskins, he stayed on the scene. Now check this out. According to the report, they say that no arrest was made. Why was any arrest made? Huh? The dump driver truck stayed on the scene who hit him. So, maybe it's some more to that story that is not coming out right now. It's a good thing that he didn't have any children. Like for real, he didn't have any children. He survived by his mom, his dad, and his sister, which is great. 24 years old. So you all watch what you're doing when you cross those streets, and sometimes highways, because a co-worker of mine years ago, back in 91, shouts out to Cal Green. His name was Hank, and we were in Anaheim, California, and he crossed the highway, I-5, and got hit by a Greyhound bus, almost knocked his hip off. He couldn't sue or anything because he's crossing the highway versus going a half a mile, all the way around to get to where he's going. He figured he'd just cross the highway. And one night, well, it wasn't his night, so to say. So if you're walking on the highway, be careful because you may end up like Dwayne Haskins, which is a sad loss. Had great potential, had his whole life ahead of him. Sad loss, freak accident. Moving right along, we got Clarence Thomas up on the board. Clarence Thomas and his wife, Virginia Thomas. Okay? Some people are calling for his resignation. What do you think? Seeing that his wife, Virginia, a.k.a. Jenny Thomas, was a part of the action that was to overthrow the government January 6th. I'm sure you all remember that. And he's a Supreme Court justice. He didn't do nothing then. He didn't say anything then. And I'm sure that he knew. Just like he knew all of those young black men was getting killed by white law enforcement. And he did nothing. He could have did something. Just like the president could have did something. Okay? The black president, Barack Obama, he could have did something, but he didn't do anything. Eric Holder, the country's U.S. Attorney General at that time, he didn't do nothing. Okay? And Ketanji Brown Jackson, the new appointed Supreme Court Justice, what do you think she's going to do for black people? Absolutely nothing. Do you think she's going to risk her career to do some justice for you? How long did it take her to get there? I'm just saying. Yeah, so now I got to take down these other 3 videos that I just laid up because I'm busting it in this live. But it's all good with me because my numbers are really screwed. I might as well not have put the video up. I don't know what's going on. You have people on TikTok talking about the same thing. And I'm not even a TikToker. I'm not. But getting back to where were we at? No, but real talk. Jenny Thomas, Clarence Thomas' wife, should not she be prosecuted? And should not he be forced to resign from the Supreme Court as being a justice? Seeing that his wife was, she was trying to help overthrow the government of the U.S. And she ain't in jail. Hey, there's something wrong with that. If I speak something wrongly on YouTube, and it's not the people that's out there viewing, it's the people who's actually controlling the knobs back there. If I say something that they disagree with, not that you disagree with, but that they disagree with, they're going to take my video down. They're going to put me in YouTube jail and, and tweak my numbers out like they're doing. Have you noticed that people who tell good news, real good news, their numbers are real low? Real low. Whereas you have people who have 300,000 views on nonsense. Nonsense. Even if you have a small platform, if you bring in real news, you should have some numbers. I'm just saying. If you were to try to overthrow the government, what would they do to you? Especially if your wife or your husband is a Supreme Court justice. What do you think about that? Because I think that he should be out of there. He ain't never did nothing for black folk anyway. And seeing that you, Clarence Thomas, knew that your wife was going to participate in a plot to overthrow the government, hey, you're guilty too because you did nothing. You did nothing. Just like Ketanji Brown Jackson is going to do nothing for black people in America. She's not. In fact about it, how many black people have you had in the Supreme Court? Let's start with Thurgood Marshall. And he came in 1967, okay, which is 2 years after they killed Malcolm X and 1 year before they killed King, okay? So they had to give you something, right? Then they give you this other Sambo dude, Clarence Thomas. Yes, Sambo, not Uncle Tom, but Sambo. People get it confused. Uncle Tom is the good guy. Sambo is the bad guy. I don't understand how people read the book, Uncle Tom's Log Cabin, and get Sambo mixed up with, the Uncle Tom. That means that they didn't read the book. I'm just saying. Now, getting back to Clarence Thomas, yeah, done nothing. Same as, this lady is going to do nothing. She's going to do nothing for you. Did you see how they interrogated her as a nominee before she was voted in? Do you think she's going to do anything for you? Absolutely nothing. I would answer that for you. I'm just saying. You think about that, you all. This live is not long. I'm just putting 3 stories in one because my video is like 0. It's like I might as well not have even made them. Has anybody else had troubles with their numbers? It's just not me. I'm not crazy. Neither are those people on TikTok crazy. And I think that's controlled by the Chinese, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, because sometimes I am wrong, but, if I say something, more than likely, I know what I'm talking about. That's just how I roll. You can't talk about anything if you don't have no knowledge of it. And depending upon who you're talking to, you can't you can't not know what you're talking about. You can take an educated guess, but you cannot know not what you're talking about. I'm just saying. Put that in your Rolodex, you all. It's your brother, THEMOSHOW Chicago. Remember, knowledge is power. Tongue twister there. Remember, knowledge is power, and it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. Thanks for viewing, you all, and view the videos below. Press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get all of the new videos that I upload. Okay? Peace out, you all.